Welcome, Earthlings! From the minds of Dylan Oltoft and Rob McNabb, we bring you Laughing on a Prayer!
Rob,
Yes,
do you know what the scariest thing in the world is?
I do not.
Student loan repayments! Who's that at the door? Is it Micah Myers? No, worse. It's the gas man!
Oh, I got fucking worse to have with him. Ah!
What's the other terrifying thing as an adult? Like, I don't know.
The price of cheese.
Ah! What's that noise? The kids got in the biscuit tin.
Oh, fuck! Well, we don't have kids.
Hello there, everybody, and welcome to a spooky episode of Laughing on a Prayer.
Sup, guys? What's going on? My name is Rob McNabb, and here is my cohort, partner in crime, and dare I say, gravy dispenser.
We rehearsed that as life partner.
Oh.
Yes, it's Dylan Oltoft, gravy. Well, same thing.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
I just wanted to, spruce it up a little bit.
There's plenty of semen in this gravy boat.
Exactly. There's plenty of Jack in this O-Lantern. See, it's themed.
Yes. Today we are going to be doing our Halloween episode.
I want you to scoop out my insides. Nah, that doesn't work.
I know how I'm trying to I'll carve a smile with my hard knife. That just made me think of, like, that's almost like a joking scary movie, like a serial killer failing to flirt. Like Ghostface is like, I can't wait to reach inside you. I'm going to get all the way in your insides, girl. Ooh, with my knife. Like, it's just a serial killer who doesn't know how to flirt because all they talk about is killing.
You imagine that? It's like, I'm inside your closet. Hey, look, man, look, it's 2021. Like, it's okay. Like, you just be you and, spread your wings and fly. There's no need to hide inside the closet anymore. We love you no matter what.
Isn't there shit like that? Like women that are genuinely sickly fascinated with serial killers and do want to fuck them and shit like that?
Yeah. Like, have you heard of, Columbiners and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Now, as we know, most bad conversations start with, it started on Tumblr. Yeah, this shit, I'm not recommending you look it. I mean, you can look it up if you want.
I was like fan fiction and shit.
Yeah, fucking gay fan fiction between Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, who are the Columbine shooters. There's fucking fan art of them. Also, fucking Ted Bundy and shit, like everyone thinks.
What if you could find really well drawn anime versions of them?
I reckon you probably could. It's the
Imagine
internet.
an anime Columbine.
Oh,
I feel like
God.
I'd kind of watch that.
I feel like I would also watch it as well, but mainly just to see what it's like. It's like a car crash. Like, it's going to be like horrible, but you're like, yeah, but also like that.
And going off the note of anime Columbine, yes, we are doing our Halloween episode, but unlike last time, we are not going to be speaking about horror movies, but we're actually going to be speaking about the day itself.
Yes.
Halloween in the dark, in the night, left the scene. Fuck you, Aqua.
This is Halloween. Well, actually, technically it's not, but But when it is,
we're going to try and get this episode out on the day, or at least, I don't know when. We usually do Sundays or Mondays, so we'll see how it goes.
Or whenever we feel like it, because,
true.
But, depending on when you're listening to this, it might not be Halloween. It might be June, but...
Oh yeah, if you're re-listening to this because you just love us,
or maybe you want something to actually push you over the edge to kill yourself.
Or even something to just fill the void of silence that never seems to end.
The white noise and the endless pit of despair that is most probably your life, and maybe even wife. But that is another story for another day. As Dylan said, we are talking about Halloween. Halloween, the day itself, also known as All Hallows Eve.
For all you pagans out there you go.
All the...
Happy Samhain.
Yeah, you godless heretics. And the day before All Saints' Day, which I feel... Well, I mean, no one really knows. No one really... It's All Saints' Day is the day after Halloween.
You can't just say it, Rob. What's All Saints' Day?
it's the day after Halloween, so it's like all the evil spirits turn up on All Hallows Eve, and then
all the saints turn up the day after. Jesus' mother is knocking on your door, not opening the thing. It's All Saints Day. Give me some shit, asshole.
Well, I mean, no, Saints Day, not Knights Day. It's like all the saints like scared away the evil spirits and shit, and so All Saints Day is like a.
God, they took their fucking time.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Can't they turn up at the same... They're like the worse than certain American police. Can't you turn up while the crime's happening, please? Turn up the fucking next day. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, you're a shit saint.
Oh my God, why weren't you here before the murderer killed my whole family? You are gonna be cancelled on Twitter!
More like All Cunts Day.
I mean, I was gonna say that... no one's a saint. Oh, wait!
I love All Cunts Day. It's just a day where we all come together and celebrate lesbian porn.
What day is that? Like, precisely?
Every day.
Sweet. Just every day is All Cunts Day.
Well, if you ever switch on the news... Providing they're not covering something sad.
Yeah, sorry guys, you probably can't even turn on your girlfriends, but let alone the news. But that's none of my business.
Somewhat didactic. Rob, do you like Halloween?
I enjoy spooky shit. I enjoy...
What about the holiday itself?
The holiday itself. Well, the thing is, I feel like in America it's definitely more of a holiday than it is here. Like
Why do you think that is?
Because it is actually like a holiday. I don't think you work on it. Because also like America, they do it so much bigger than like we do. I think like we do trick or treating, I guess. But I think America, much like
you're dressing up, American Halloween parties, like places of business decorate and shit like that.
I feel like it's just like one of those. It's like it's sort of like a bank holiday, except it's not a bank holiday. You still have to work on Halloween. But then again, you have to work on bank holidays. I don't know.
Some people work on Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy Halloween. I do. I'm definitely a sort of wintry person, so I enjoy darker nights and darker things, like my soul.
You sound like one of those girls that's really into a star sign. I'm an Aquarius, but I'm also a wintry person.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My sister's a spring person. I'm a winter person.
Yeah, but they were like, they put it with like, well, you see, like, I'm an asparagus. So that's why when Mercury was in retrograde, I ran over that puppy.
Oh, I hope we meet
I'm so random, guys.
I hope we meet a pretentious astrologist one day, so when they say, I'm Aquarius, you can say, oh, I'm an asparagus.
I mean, to be fair, I did meet someone that was, like, into, like, crystals and shit.
Oh, good.
They were, like, wearing a crystal that was like, oh, it saps out any negative energy from my body.
More like sapped out money from my wallet.
I was like, uh-huh. Okay, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, man. I was like, no.
But I love the placebo effect.
Yeah, but she really annoyed me, so actually she was kind of like emanating negative energy. I don't think the crystal was sucking it out of her, it was pushing it out.
You say America does Halloween a lot harder, and I agree, because you hear about haunted houses, and you get some Americans in like suburban neighborhoods, when they go like decorating, they go all out. Like they create such awesome shit. Like you see stories on the Facebook about neighbors that had the police called on them, because some of their Halloween displays were fucking horrific, like massacres and shit. Like people really get into it, and I've told you before, Halloween is my Christmas. I hate Christmas. I love Halloween. And I wish we had a bit more horror theme in Britain. That we went further. We have decorations, the trick and treating and all that shit, but we don't go as hard.
I feel like Halloween's not just about horror, though. I don't think it's supposed to be about...
You're not going to get religious horror on me, are you?
Well, no, but like... I think saying that Halloween's like a holiday for horror is like, I guess it's become that, but like that's not what it was supposed to be, you know, like before, was it?
Okay, really? So, like warding off spirits and shit like that?
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily have to be about horror, does it?
Well, spirits are spooky.
Yeah, if you're a pussy. Are you weak? No, I mean, how, like, I suppose in Britain, you know, like there's very much a kind of that, kind of spirits, kind of spooky thing about Britain. Like even like the Romans, you know, they had like superstitions about Britain being this place where, you know, spirits, you know, lurked in the woods and things like that. And you had like
as opposed to modern day where it's just doggers,
stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
So, but you know, again, like things like change. don't they?
We
It's
do
like-
have a lot more rural, urban legends than America, sort of thing. Like, obviously, like in the Midlands and all that, like wolf people and all that. All those originated from England and shit like that.
like a Black Shuck, this hellhound of Suffolk. What's it? You know, where is it that Henry VIII lived? Not Downton Abbey. Fucking that other abbey, the massive one. Where cardinal spiders come from.
I'm lost, mate.
What the fuck? Hang on. Henry VIII.
I would say, as like with everything else in the world, Lost has kind of ruined a big part of Halloween, because you get some...
Westminster Abbey, that's it.
Oh yeah, Westminster. You get some people that go really awesome with costumes. They get like prosthetics, have it so that it looks like the tongue is coming out of a hole in the neck and shit like that. But like I said, I think, because like we've seen before, there's slutty everything in terms of costume. There's slutty Harambe, slutty Dead Maddie and shit like that. There's slutty everything.
Yeah, I think also like the way Halloween is like done is different. Like Halloween is kind of like, it's like a party kind of thing, isn't it? Like more of a party thing. Like people go to Halloween parties.
Adults
stuff
go to
like-
Halloween parties, like, obviously.
Yeah, but it's like a Halloween party versus a Christmas party are like two different parties, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like-
I think there's more food at one than the other.
Yeah, and there's definitely more sort of like dancing and slutty outfits at a Halloween party than...
Yeah, you can't bring sluttiness into Christmas as well,
I think
can
because
you?
Christmas is more sort of family orientated than Halloween.
No, actually, shut my mouth. You do get certain slags that wear that slutty Mrs. Claus thing that's got like the low cut top with the white, like it looks like a Santa's hat, white bit of red, and then the white just at the top of their ass.
But not at like, Christmas dinner with mum, dad and gran.
Oh no, I thought we were talking about Christmas parties.
Oh yeah, but like even Christmas parties are like, I think a bit more like restrained. They're not as like...
You need more interesting friends.
Party. I don't want more interesting friends.
Nah. Could you imagine our kind of Christmas parties?
Yeah, drinking in silence.
I wonder how the Nazis did Christmas. Because they were Christian. I wonder what a Nazi created Christmas. Like,
I guess it'd be like Christmas, except with, imagine the Nazis, it's like, oh yes, Christmas, that's, the birth of that famous king of the Jews.
but they were heavily Christian. Like Hitler did speeches about Jesus and shit like that.
Yeah, they had a weird kind of like amalgamation of like Christianity.
Do you think they
and
did
Nazi
Halloween?
fanaticism?
Nazi Halloween. God, well, I would like to have seen that.
Oh god.
Nazi Halloween.
Nazi. Oh, we're talking about Hitler. We gotta take it.
Oh, take a shot.
I mean, do you think like if there was Nazi Halloween, like stuff that scares you, people would dress up as Churchill?
I know. I'm now just mentally applying Nazi to every holiday. Nazi Valentine's Day. Good Abend, I love you. Like,
Good Abend, I love you. I love the Führer. I love the Fatherland.
I love you as much as I love the Führer.
Oh God.
Nazi St. Valentine's Day. That needs to be a sketch in some way.
Oh, man.
Nazi Valentine's Day.
I mean, okay, just to clarify, purely because, we're actors and stuff and you can never have enough costumes, I do have 2 Nazi costumes.
Oh, yeah.
As you know, we should definitely do that.
But you need
should we do that for the Valentine's Day from the Mud Show?
Maybe, but we need a woman in the sketch, otherwise it wouldn't make sense. I mean, I've got a woman's ass, but other than that, I don't think we could pull it off. Like, would your partner be willing to wear a Nazi outfit for it?
No, she's not blonde.
Shit!
I've got a blonde wig. I've got a blonde wig.
We need someone Aryan.
Yeah, if you guys are Aryan and are wishing to do something incredibly distasteful...
Actually, Rob, if you recall, we have a blonde listener who's commented quite frequently on our podcast that may wish to take part in such a sketch.
Yes, we do. We'll talk in the office. Anyway,
back to Halloween.
Nazi, sorry, I'm still on like Nazi Halloween.
I can only take so many shots, Rob.
Like the Nazis.
Okay, for example, when you were little, let's keep it a bit fluffy before we go back to
Yeah.
Nazis. What sort of things did you trick or treat as a kid? Don't say Nazis.
I did not. Do you know what?
Would your parents have let you? I can't imagine.
I don't think anyone really would. I mean, it might have worried people for sure. No, I went. I went. My first Halloween thing I was a Dementor.
So
from
you wore
Harry
a black
Potter.
cloak.
Yeah.
Isn't
But
that just pretty much just a Grim Reaper?
Yeah, but didn't have a scythe.
Budget Grim Reaper.
I didn't have a scythe. I didn't have a scythe, and I painted my hands grey, so they were like.
That's cool. How old were you?
Oh fuck! When did Prisoner of Azkaban come out?
Wouldn't it be weird if I knew that off the top of my fucking head?
When
Oh
did
yes,
the
of
book
course.
come out?
It was a sunny Tuesday that day. How the fuck would I know that?
Oh, it was a sunny Tuesday.
Everyone knows where they were the day that the Prisoner of Azkaban went in the fucking cinema.
Oh, when was it? Prisoner of Azkaban.
What's that old
yeah.
paedophile joke? It's like, I don't like Prisoner of Azkaban. It's the day that film it's when Hermione stopped being attractive. It's like...
Yeah. Oh, so the book was released in 1999. Oh, so it must have been. I must have been quite young, pretty young.
Because the reason I asked that is that did you have much say in this costume, or did your parents say,
"Oh no,
do you want to be a Dementor?"
No, I chose it. So I thought because I didn't read the books. I must admit, I listened to the silky voice of Stephen Fry.
What, at that age? I thought you'd listened to it back quite recently.
Oh no, I've re-listened to it. Re-listened to it recently.
Was he the only person ever to read those?
Yeah. But anyway, and I was just like, Dementor sounds so cool and scary, so I want to be a Dementor.
Weirdly enough, I never associate Harry Potter with Halloween. I guess because of how fucking fluffy and gay it is.
Even though it's about like witches and
Exactly! Isn't that bizarre? It has every theme of Halloween, but
I mean,
it itself is like fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I mean, I suppose the books definitely get like more adult as they go along.
Oh,
like
you don't say.
Like there's more like the first sort of like two books are like definitely like
Kids
sort
films.
of world building, world building and like fun. I mean, they're even all the, but like there are definitely like some real sort of like quite violent bits in the books that like it's like
Well, even in the first one, Harry
yeah.
fucking dissolved a man.
Yeah. It's
I like to imagine when Harry woke up in the ward in the medical wing,
hospital wing.
the hospital wing in Hogwarts and all that. He wakes up and Dumbledore's talking about his, his
Barty Bots every flavour beans.
his very flavour beans, and all Harry's thinking about was how good it felt. imagine if that had been Harry's awakening as a serial killer. It's like when he heard the screams of Quirrell within his hands, he was like got fucking insanely like murderously addicted to it.
Yeah. It's like a shark with a taste for blood. Like
Never addressed that. A 10-year-old killed a man, and yet Harry was fine. It's okay. He was evil.
He was the chosen one.
It's okay that you murdered a fucking professor.
He
Goes to show the justice system of fucking the Ministry of Magic. Oh, it's okay, Harry, you murdered a man. He was evil.
And also, Harry uses, like, multiple unforgivable curses as well in the books, but... Yeah, fuck it. No, you're Harry Potter. It's alright, mate. Don't worry.
Well, in the film, Barty Crouch Jr. actually told everybody, like, uses his curse, will earn you a one ticket to Azkaban, and then proceeds to use all three of them.
Yeah, it's if you use it on like another human, and Harry uses all of it. Well, actually, he uses the Imperious Curse on goblins. But
God, being a vet must be easy in the wizard world. You need to put an animal down, just no consequences. That needs to be another sketch. Hogwarts vet.
Yeah, so
Harry Potter.
So you can imagine that, like Malfoy's just a psychopath. But Lucius Malfoy is just a psychopath because he tries to get Buckbeak beheaded. Like with an axe.
Well, to be honest, Bobby did fucking assault his son.
Yeah, but
imagine out of context, all you hear. I mean, you hear about your own kid being attacked by a rabid fucking owl griffin.
I feel like I'd be like, what my kid do though? I'm a bit of a victim blame. I'd be like, what you do though?
What are you wearing?
Yeah, I was like,
were you asking for it?
I think.
Shit!
I don't think Lucius Malfoy. He's not like that stupid, so I think he probably knows that his son's a shit.
But he knows he's also a shit.
Yeah,
so he's like, okay, son, you're a shit, but you're my shit.
Maybe it's because I'm like, not as much of a shit. I am still a shit, but like a little one. I'm like a dingleberry.
Fuck's sake.
So I'm like, yeah, what did my son do though?
You're more potent than that. Give yourself more credit.
I'm a nugget.
Fuck's sake.
Oh shit, not... Anyway.
I don't think Harry Potter's very spooky, so I guess I don't associate it much with Halloween. Like, for example, you think Halloween, first movies that come to mind, obviously Nightmare Before Christmas. Some people consider that...
Halloween.
Some people consider Night Before Christmas a Christmas movie. To them, I Want to Hurt. Halloween itself, Corpse Bride.
Also, it's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Thank you.
And as we know, Christmas movies, well, I suppose...
It is a movie
takes
about
place-
a person becoming obsessed with Christmas.
Yeah.
Although we're going into Die Hard territory here.
Yeah. I feel like, well, I mean, Halloween, you know, the film, the Halloween
What, Mike Myers?
night films, yeah, Michael Myers.
I keep doing that, don't I?
Michael Myers.
We did that in a previous thing.
Yeah.
You did an impression of Michael Myers, and I was expecting a fucking.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, someone needs to do something like that on YouTube. All the scenes of Michael Myers, and they just splice in a quote from Austin Powers.
Do I make you red?
as he's stabbing at her.
Oh, I make you red.
Yeah, baby, yeah! I'd love a serial killer that was like that. That sounds great.
It would be like a dark comedy, wouldn't it?
I want an Austin Powers serial killer.
Yeah. Actually, interesting enough, we're talking about Night Before Christmas. It's like Krampus. Have you seen that film, Krampus?
Oh, I love that film.
Yeah, because Krampus is a German legend. That's also like a scary film. That takes
Isn't mostly
place
everything
before-
German? The Grimm stories are German, aren't they?
Yeah, the Grimm's brothers. Which again, the original stories are way more violent than any kids fucking.
That gingerbread house witch got roasted.
Yeah, and like the the evil stepsisters in Cinderella, to make the slipper fit, they cut off their toes.
They also had crows peck out their eyes
Yeah.
and shit.
Exactly, it's fucking nuts, man. Fucking nuts. But
Germans.
Like, yeah.
You know, I guess history has proved they can tend to get a bit unexpectedly violent.
just they go a little too far sometimes.
Thank God for that character from The Simpsons. What was his name? The fat German kid.
Uta.
For bringing back the old, lovable, friendly German stereotype that they're all sort of gluttonous, jolly
And they all
hammers.
wear lederhosen and have a short back and sides haircut.
Yes, I think if you had to ask Germans which stereotype would you prefer the world remember you as?
Yeah, would you? Oh yeah, just do that thing and call it like fat or fascist.
With that picture of Uncle Sam pointing at you.
Oh god.
They should have done that after the wall all over Berlin.
Yeah, so instead of I want you, it's like ich will du. Because that's a joke. Like, because you know Rammstein.
Of
Yeah,
course.
it's like ich will in German is I want. So it's like it kind of sort of plays into the stereotype of Germans. It's like ich will is I want, but it's like I will have this. It's like I will have this.
Do you think Germans is good? I don't know why, but I love the idea of when anyone thinks of saying anything in German, they do it angrily. Like like you try and be a casual German and you sound Swedish sort of thing. like hast du gestern Wackener Giggana?
I mean, it's difficult. I mean, you've seen. I'm sure some people have seen that video. You know, of like different like names.
Apologies
for
to our
things,
German audience.
Of like different names in different different names in different languages, stuff like that. So it's like ambulance, and like, but then like in Germany it's Krankenwagen. Yeah, it's like hospital, Hospital, Krankenhaus.
But don't Germans have like a weird, like different words that express random weird feelings? Like Schavenhausen is like, that's to enjoy. That's a feeling of enjoying the melancholy of your cat dying.
Schadenfreude is like enjoying other people's
Is that what I'm trying to talk about?
Schadenfreude, enjoying other people's sort of misfortune.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is I think is spite or something like that.
And also what's funny is like a Schlange is like their word for dick, and snake, so it's like a joke. Dick as well in German, that means fat.
Ah,
Yeah.
so a German named Richard who's gained some weight.
Dick.
Dick, you're Dick. I know I'm Dick. No, you are Dick. I know I'm Dick.
Just dick.
Oh yeah. So any other costumes you've ever been?
So I was Dementor once. I Oh, I think I was actually a Grim Reaper at one point because I still had the cloak and I just got a scythe. So I wasn't
Not a huge
hugely
Halloween
creative.
budget for your costumes.
I wasn't hugely creative.
What did you bring collect sweets in? Did you have at least a plastic jack-o'-lantern or a pillowcase?
Well, I only did it for a couple of years because I got diabetes and I couldn't do it anymore.
Oh yeah! Imagine that's almost another sketch. It's like a kid walking up to a house, like, "Do you have any sugar-free diabetic alternatives?"
It's like that Bo Burnham song, "Sad." You know, it's like, I saw a diabetic kid. Trick or treat.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Oh, have you not? Oh, it's a great song. It's it's great. Yeah. So I was a Dementor. I was a Grim Reaper. I think I might have been a pirate.
You should have kept going. You could have just sold the sweets on, made a profit.
Oh god, I was not a smart kid. What about you?
I did a similar thing. I used to collect porn on my phone. Like, my parents didn't parental lock our computer, so I take pictures of porn on my phone, take it to school, and sell it to other kids via Bluetooth.
Oh, I was talking about like what Halloween costumes you had.
I also did that. I was once Freddy Krueger.
Sorry. Oh, really? No way.
But I didn't have a traditional glove. What my mum did, she gave me a black like dish glove. And got some cardboard and put tinfoil around it for the fingers to be the claws.
Oh, that's so good.
And I had a little hat and a jumper and all that, and I was like Freddy Krueger. My mum knew I'd never seen the movie. It was like, "Do you want to be Freddy Krueger?" Okay.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Alright, do I get the sweets? Yeah. Okay. You could have sent me at the house as a clitoris, and I still would have been like, "Do I get sweets?" You know, because you're fucking 8.
Do you feel it's like, do you want to be a cunt? I'm going to send you as a clitoris. You probably could actually have a good clitoris, like vagina costume. Like your head's the clitoris and then the rest of it's the...
You could do a crime spree in that, because if you're a clitoris, no one can find you.
Well, none of the male police officers.
No,
all the female detectives, they'll be on you.
All the female officers are like, "He's right here in the room. How can none of you see him?"
Yeah, like
he's right here. I'm touching him, and the guys are like, "I'm looking around. I just can't." Like, give me some time, woman.
No, I can't. All chatted a big game before they went hunting for you.
Oh, I'm the best serial killer in the land, honey.
Look, I can capture any killer at all.
I'm going to get so much prison time out of this guy, you won't believe it.
They call you the clit killer, which sounds like another thing in itself, but no, that's horrible. The clit slasher.
Clitosaurus?
Clitosaurus Rex. Get it? WRECKS. Like you wreck people. the Rex people.
What would a clitoris costume look like? Would you just be a big pink bubble?
I imagine, yeah, I reckon it's probably got a pink... it's got a hood over, for the head.
Would you have to carry around like a pig... a pink... sort of like 2 shields to sort of look like the flaps that are concealing you.
I imagine it'd be like shiny plastic.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I could picture, for example, like, do you know, like, RuPaul? Like, I could picture RuPaul's Drag Race. I could picture one of the people on there creating this clitoris costume, pretty much looking like a vagina, and their head is the clitoris. Oh. So they paint their whole head pink, and the rest of them's the vagina.
I would 100% go on RuPaul's Drag Race, and my drag name would be Hope He'll Come.
I'd like to point out that Dylan and Robert are in no way insisting that people who find themselves transvestite or in any way in reports identify as gay or homosexual.
Is it like trans, or is it just drag though?
It is. Oh yes. We also want to clarify that transvesticism and drag queens are in no way synonymous with each other. Anyway, so just covering our asses.
I did a drag workshop.
Yes, you did. Robert's actually a bit of a specialist in this area.
Yeah, I had makeup done, and honestly, I was like, "Fuck!" I've got cheekbones.
With your drag expertise and my ass, we could take over the world.
Yes, we'll call it Dragging Ass. No, we won't.
Drag ass.
Drag ass. Hey, I'm Dylan. This is Rob. Well, I'm Rob. This is Dylan. Welcome to Drag Ass.
Oh shit!
We'd be like the most. We'd be like. It'd be like. What would we be? We'd be like. we'd be like the Joker to Drag Race's Batman. Like just the chaotic
So they
side
beat the shit out of us.
drag. Well, I mean, yeah, I can't imagine us sort of being able to, out drag like the Drag Race. But...
Yeah, it's hard to run in high heels and a giant vagina. That needs to go on a shirt.
It's hard to run in high heels and a giant vagina. Dylan Althoff 2021.
Quote of the year. To be fair, though, it's somewhat factual. Unless you're in the Jurassic Park movie, running in high heels is meant to be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, still calling you out on that bullshit.
Yeah. You suck, Spielberg.
Did he do Jurassic World?
Oh, no, I don't think
Do you remember the woman that...
Oh, no, Jurassic Park, though. No.
Oh, I meant the woman that actually ran in high heels with a T-Rex following her. Do you remember that? She looked like a road flare and led the T-Rex to the fucking raptors.
Actually, I don't think there was someone that ran in heels in Jurassic Park.
No, they had Jeeps.
Yeah.
And Jeff Goldblum. I'd like to see Jeff Goldblum in high heels. But for different reasons.
We all would.
Speaking of which... I was Freddy Krueger. I was, generic shit. I was a zombie once. I was...
Yeah, I never was a zombie. I never saw...
I think I was Frankenstein once. Easy shit.
Yeah.
Easy shit.
Frankenstein's always a solid one.
Vampire?
Green
and you wear a shabby suit. Like, a green face, shabby suit. You're Frankenstein.
Yeah, you're basically a hungover person. Going to work the morning after.
That's... Do you think, in a way, it's in poor taste to refer to Frankenstein as a monster when the whole point of his story is that he wasn't?
No, it was... Frankenstein was the scientist. Frankenstein's monster was the monster.
Okay, and Frankenstein's monster...
I'm just saying that because I know some fucker is going to point it out.
Yeah, that's the thing. People that point that out are arseholes.
Yeah.
We're just trying to have a good time here, man. We know.
They always say, oh, actually. I know, because I'm one of those people. Actually, Frankenstein was the scientist. Intelligence 100. Intelligence 100, social skills 0.
That's... I was about to say, that's becoming the world today, but no one has the intelligence score either.
It's the other way. It's... yeah, exactly, it's just 0. So it's all for nothing. It's a pit.
But do you find the idea of trick-or-treating a bizarre one? Obviously, it's really just a cultural sort of game, but a lot of people take issue with it. The idea, because I had friends growing up, believe it or not, who actually parents wouldn't let them trick-or-treat because they saw it as begging.
I mean, kids asking for sweets that adults are willing to give.
I mean, it's meant to just be a game. Trick-or-treating is a game. You say trick-or-treat, you get the parent, the grown-up that comes out. If there's a house where the lights aren't on, or if that was the rule. If the lights aren't on, you don't knock on their door. If there isn't a jacket, if there isn't a pumpkin, like, you can tell the houses that are accepting trick-or-treaters and the ones that aren't.
Yeah,
you can tell.
Mean, like, yeah, I know, like, it's begging. It's like, well, they're kids. The kids that want sweets and want to dress up and have fun. Like, I mean, maybe you hate fun, but, I'm not going to teach you how to raise your kids, but, no, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, but
that's a bit weird.
But when you, for example, take Halloween out of trick-or-treating and just describe it as exactly what happens sort of thing. Kids dress up in costumes, go up to strangers' houses, knock on the door and threaten that if they don't get sweets, they will vandalise the property.
I feel like that wasn't really a thing. I think it was just something that you say. Like, if there's a jack-o'-lantern outside, it means the people are willing to give you sweets.
Oh, yeah.
It's sort of like a custom, isn't it?
Quick disclosure, if you were ever someone that actually, egged a house or threw toilet paper, you're a dipshit. You're an asshole cunt. No one likes you, and I hope you have a hangnail.
Unless there was someone, unless you actually, perform, a magic trick or something, that's, cool, isn't it? Perform magic trick. But you get stuff anyway.
There were times I knocked on houses and they were really into it. They would invite us inside to bob for apples and shit.
Oh yeah, apple bobbing. That's
they were they'd be having a party going on, trick-or-treaters come. I was like, do you guys want to bob for apples? And we fucking would.
Yeah.
They made candy apple, homemade. You could tell when it was a homemade candy apple.
Caramel apples. Oh. God damn, those were good.
And you could tell when they were homemade as well. And you can also get those, the ones that are dipped in chocolate now as well and shit like that.
I think caramel's better than...
And of course, caramel is the greatest shit ever.
It's the superior apple. It's the superior dousing your fruit to get kids to eat
You could
fruit.
caramelize anything in IDT. You could imagine a caramelized Karen Gillan's butthole.
I always am. No, she's perfect the way she is. She doesn't need any sweetening. See,
So you're gonna eat I can't even say. You're gonna eat that old pumpkin raw, eh?
exactly. I fear nothing.
But that then brings me on to adults that dress up for Halloween, and we've already covered the slutty outfits. Obviously, you see them on Facebook, like when Suicide Squad got popular, every woman was the slutty Harley Quinn, and this year, from the moment we're recording, everyone's going to be Squid Game shit.
Squid Game.
I haven't watched
Thing
it yet.
is, like, I watched the. First of all, I thought Squid Game was some sort of weird porn thing when I first heard.
It
about
might be also.
And then I watched the trailer for it, and they just look like they're wearing tracksuits and shit. It looks really boring.
Yeah, they got like PlayStation controller masks, and they're all in red like raincoats.
Yeah, I can't see people dressing up as that that much. Is it a horror film?
It's more of it's a TV series. It's pretty much people that are riddled with debt. My partner has watched it, explained to me. People that are riddled with debt. It's sort of like Battle Royale in a way, or Hunger Games-y. People riddled with debt join these games because there's a massive cash prize at the end, and then they discover as they're playing kids games like red light, green light, if they lose, they're literally shot.
Oh right,
You die.
okay. It's like sort of dystopian kind of. Oh mate.
Well, it's more secret society. It's not the way the country is. This is like secret. Like you agreed to take part in the games, and you're kidnapped and brought into the game.
Mate, have you seen the ABCs of Death?
Yes.
Mate, what is that fucking one that's like E is for ejaculate, where people have to like masturbate, and like two people have to masturbate, and like if you come first, you win, and if you lose, then you get a drill shoved up your ass and you die.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? E is for ejaculate, I think. It's like they're strapped in, like they're like tied into chairs, and they have to like wank, right? And then like if you come first, you win, get to live to the next round, and if you lose, then you get a drill like shoved up your ass through the chair and you die. That's some fucking hardcore shit.
Yeah, because a lot of people.
It's a Japanese director, right?
A lot of people struggle to maintain an erection under a certain amount of pressure. So if anyone that can come first in that is like fair play to you.
Yeah, I know. Some hardcore, mate. Little wanking followed
Do you
by
remember that?
being sodomized to death.
I think the ABC I remember most of all was the woman that was overweight and literally like
X is for XXL.
yeah, and she literally
Yeah.
like carved her own flesh off and shit like that.
That's hard.
That's
isn't it?
hard to watch because
Yeah.
you feel bad for her, and like she's being bullied and shit.
Yeah,
like,
no. And there's also the one.
just needs a hug.
There's a great. That's V is for vampire. No, U is for undead. I think, which is directed by Ben Wheatley, where it's all a POV, like a POV shot, but from the perspective of a vampire being hunted by people. And then the end of it is like the villagers like slamming a stake into your chest. Oh, it's so cool. And like, you're like running through the woods and you're like, in trees and you're killing people. It's all from POV.
Yeah.
As well. That's really cool. I like that one.
But going back to adults wearing costumes and all that sort of thing, I don't know, are you a lot more hesitant to dress up for Halloween? Say you're going to a Halloween party and it was a costume party. Would you be like, oh, I have to dress up, I don't really want to? Like, do you feel you could... I think my overall rambly point is, do you think you could still get into the Halloween spirit as an adult?
I guess I could, but I think I'd have to do it, like... I feel like it's like the people that make like really good effort with like costumes and stuff.
I mean, you
like,
could
see,
be a
and you're
really good
man,
Abraham
that's
Lincoln
so
vampire
cool.
hunter sort of thing.
Oh man, that's a sick film. Like, I feel like either like go all out on a costume or don't. It kind of like annoys me when you see people like that put like because I remember back in uni we had like back when we were at uni we had like that house party, that Halloween party.
Yeah.
And like loads of us went like all out. On, like,
Yeah, a
costumes,
mate of
and
ours
then,
in our house had one of those zipper things.
Yeah,
like
and,
they used prosthetics
but then
and shit.
some people just came and they'd like either weren't wearing costumes at all or just made like such a small effort. I was like,
I've got a green jacket on. I'm the Riddler.
yeah, it's like I'd love to go like Halloween costume party where everyone had like really put effort into their costume. That would be so sick. But it's like you see people And then it's sort of like, I don't know, I feel like it sort of cheapens the people that made the effort.
Well, we just
I
had
don't
a
know.
birthday that was meant to, and your birthday, people dressed up for that sort of thing.
And like everyone made such a fucking cool effort.
My partner was like a goddess of the night. I was a Peaky Blinder. There was some really... one of our friends, I won't name names, came as Karen Gillan, as a police officer.
They were male, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I should point that out.
Yeah. But again, it's like putting like...
What was his missus dressed as?
Julian from Ghosts. BBC Ghosts. By the way, CBS Ghosts, go fuck yourself.
My partner recently started watching that Ghost thing.
Oh, really?
She's actually liked it.
It's
she
so
loves
good.
it.
You have to watch it. It's so good.
I'll get round to it.
It's so good.
So what would you dress up as in your adult thing? If you had... Let's do 2 questions first. We'll do a practical one, and then we'll start with the fun one. If you had limitless resources... What would you go as?
Oh.
You've got a prosthetics team,
really?
an endless wardrobe. What would you dress up as?
Oh. I think I'd... Oh, I don't know. Let me think. Oh! I'd go as Bellatrix Lestrange.
Ooh. That's not too complicated. You get like a corset, the right kind of dress, foundation, muss up your hair. You probably have to get a wig.
I have to get a wig like Helena Bonham Carter had. I'd go as Bellatrix Lestrange if I had like unlimited fucking shit, probably.
That's pretty good.
I'd do that.
Would you act like her and shit like that?
Depends how much I drink.
I don't mean kill people. I mean...
Depends how much I drink.
You got to have your partner dress up as like either Voldemort, because she was shagging Voldemort, either Voldemort or Tim Burton or something. Wasn't she married to Tim Burton?
Yeah, but then like he cheated on her. It's like, why?
Fucking hell.
Like, really? Like, you cheated on Helena Bonham Carter? Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
There's a movie out there where you can see her ass. It's great. Anyway.
Oh, is that?
Oh, yes, because I totally didn't know that before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what? Oh, we'll talk later.
Okay, and now we'll go more realistically. Say you had to go to a Halloween costume a week from now. What would you go as?
Oh, God. I'm trying to think through.
You've got your current resources
I've
available.
got my current resource. Oh, God.
We'll give you a bit of a budget. Let's say 40, 50 quid.
40,
something
50
like
quid.
That's realistic.
Yeah. Oh, well, I wouldn't probably spend that much, maybe.
Okay, you tell
40,
me.
50 quid.
What would you spend?
I'm trying to...
Because isn't there still, close to us, there's a costume shop where you can buy all sorts of Pelago and stuff, isn't there? Masquerade, is that something?
Oh, it's closed now. It's where I got my Nazi uniforms from.
Fucking context there.
It's a costume shop. It had Nazi costumes in it, and they were selling them for cheap.
Yes, Rob, you have a lot of costume memorabilia. Anyway.
Well, I like to preserve... Moving on.
Yeah, you sound like those statue defenders there.
Yeah, I might... I think one that's always like... loads of people do it, and...
Slutty penguin. Slutty
What?
Danny DeVito penguin.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, what sort of penguin?
Oh, internet, that's a challenge for you.
Slutty.
Slutty Danny DeVito penguin.
That's some fucking Always Sunny in Philadelphia shit that they could...
I don't think that could be done, given how gross and all that it looked. It's literally polishing a turd.
It can be slutty. It doesn't make it not gross.
I guess you get some nice fishnets, maybe a black leather. Oh no, but that's just be like a Catwoman sort of thing. Right?
Yeah, I'd probably...
How do you do a slutty penguin without it looking like a slutty Catwoman?
I guess you got to wear like kind of like a pinstripe suit.
Oh, that could work.
Could like be trimmed, maybe.
So maybe like pinstripe booty shorts.
Yes. Even if it's not that.
You can still have a top hat and maybe the umbrella.
Oh yeah, you can have top hat.
Right sort of corset. You could even get maybe a little bit of steampunk aesthetic merged into there. If you had the money, you got like a pointy nose and shit.
Yeah,
like that.
and instead of a cane, you have like a riding crop.
Yeah,
sorted, mate. I'd go slightly down to Vito, slightly penguin.
No. I'm talking about in, like I said, a week from now. Realistically, what would you?
I'd
in the next week.
Oh, I'm afraid with my resources at the moment, I think I'd have to go as a Nazi.
So you're going to pull a Prince Harry?
with my
I'm going to pull a Prince Harry right?
Yeah, except like he was not brave enough to actually have a swastika on his uniform. I go hard, mate.
Even without the swastika, it's kind of believe that, because don't royals have to have like royal escorts and entourages? How no one around him was like, no, you're not doing this, Mr. Prince Harry.
I mean, the thing is, like, I absolutely the SS uniforms are way too cool than they have any right to be. I hate how much I like how they look.
I actually agree with you. I actually kind of angry that Nazis ruined the look of black military uniforms.
Like, just the way it looks is like, if the Nazis won, the one good thing would be that it would be okay to wear those clothes.
It's like that Mitchell and Webb sketch, skulls on the things. Like, is there anything that looks worse than a skull?
Are we the baddies?
Yeah. Although realistically, didn't they have skulls as likely to like
Totenkopf, yeah.
Yeah, like to like, inspire fear and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, death
like...
heads. Those are the people that ran the the camps and skulls and stuff like that have been used throughout history just forever, haven't they? So
I think probably ever since we discovered what a skull looked like.
Yeah, they're probably it's a sign of death.
You know, they decapitated someone for whatever reason, stripped away the skin and flesh and eyes, and
decomposed.
Thought, this looks fucking scary.
Well, decomposed. It's like a sign of death, isn't it? If it, like, you see a skull.
Well, I don't know how.
Pirates as well. Those are originally like pirate flags and shit like that. They're like they come from plague ships. So you put up like a black flag with a skull on it to show that the ship has plague. So don't come near the ship.
I'm glad you've mentioned pirates, because that brings on a very interesting topic regarding Halloween, and that is, you're going to love this section, controversial costumes.
Oh.
Because I once heard a comedian bring this up, and I kind of found it really funny. It was a lady comedian, and she was really funny. She was talking about, like, is it appropriate to dress kids up as pirates, sort of thing, for Halloween? It's like, who's mummy's little seafaring rapist? And all that sort of thing. It's like, oh yeah, pirates. I mean, we have like Somalian pirates. Like, pirates have always been, Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm glad Johnny Depp gets your soggy mum, but he probably murdered his fair share of people.
What, Johnny Depp?
Well, if you ask Amber Heard,
all pirates.
Do you think that's appropriate in a way to dress a kid up as pirates? Because you could say, is it appropriate to be a vampire? Vampires kill people. Yeah, but vampires aren't real.
Vampires kill virgins.
But the vampires have never been real. Pirates and the shit they did have.
I mean, as long as you don't dress your kid up as like a Somali pirate. But like,
what's the distinction?
Well, the distinction is that Somali pirates are around today actually doing that shit, whereas like the pirate you're dressing your kid up as is like, it's like Blackbeard and it's, it's...
They're doing the same shit.
I mean, I feel like if you're a parent that cares about that, you're probably like, you spend too much time on Twitter or Facebook.
I just mean,
I don't give a shit. Like, if your kid wants to dress up as a pirate...
Okay, I'm going to be devil's advocate here.
Alright, like, if your kid wants to dress up as a pirate and makes them happy, then, like, make your kid happy. But, like, I feel like if you inject your own things onto your child that your child doesn't understand, like, that kind of says a lot more about you than it sort of does about like anything else. Also, it's no one's anyone's fucking damn business. Like, if you're, it's like the fucking shit of like everyone fucking spazzing out about how Superman's going to be bisexual.
Ooh.
It's like whatever that extraterrestrial superhuman wants to do in his spare time, that's his business. Fuck off.
I'm glad Rob brought that up.
Sorry, rant is over.
I know. I'm gonna put my penis onto that rant. Firstly, I want to first call out the double standard of the fact that no one gave a shit when Harley Quinn suddenly entered a lesbian relationship with Poison Ivy, even though Harley Quinn had...
Wait, did that actually happen?
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a...
Not just in the TV show, in the comics as well.
I just thought that was like a Rule 34 shit thing.
No, it was Harley has been in a romantic relationship with Poison Ivy, and that's the thing. No one gave a shit about it there, even though Harley had been established as heterosexual in her relationship with the Joker.
Oh, yeah, but that's not a healthy relationship, man.
Exactly, and the thing is, her relationship with Poison Ivy was really healthy. Poison Ivy was empowering and like supported her. Anyway, and yet Superman then gets a boyfriend like, ew, that's not hot.
You're pushing your agenda.
You double standard, fucking hypocritical, stupid. And also,
God damn it, Q Donald Trump.
Superman has been around since the 1920s.
Yeah.
Action Comics. Superman as a character is 100 years old. What the fuck else story do you think they could possibly write for him? They've done everything. Guess what? They're going to explore different avenues. And finally, he's an alien. He doesn't give a shit about human ideals, about sexuality.
Yeah, like I said, whatever that extraterrestrial superhuman wants to do in his spare time is his business. Also, you're not going to be able to stop him because he's fucking Superman.
Although,
if Batman fights him again, is that technically a hate crime if he beats him up?
I'm not sure. But I'll say this, if Wonder Woman had come out as bisexual, no one would have cared because that would have been hot. Superman comes out as bisexual, that's a guy, you're uncomfortable, you're a fucking bigot, you're a hypocrite, you're a double standard cunt, and go fuck yourself.
You're a bit of a spaz as well. But then also it's like...
Rant over.
If you like dress... but it's like, oh, you dress up as Superman, but your child's not really an alien.
Which brings me on to...
But it's like dressing up as a pirate. Your child is not actually a murdering rapist.
However...
It's like dressing up as a Nazi. Well, okay, that's pretty dodgy as that is, but I'm not actually a Nazi.
Where is the line drawn? Because I'll reference South Park again. There was a moment where the PC Principal, it was Halloween episode, and you're aware of the character PC Principal,
Yeah.
right? I fucking love him. He's the greatest thing ever, how intensely angry he gets. And he was doing a school assembly saying, I don't want to see anybody dressing up as homeless people. Marking the disenfranchised and impoverished is classism and will not stand. And if any of you girls dress up as Moana, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
I think that's...
But however, would in a way dressing up as Moana be a little bit...
I mean, providing you don't do blackface.
Would...
It's a costume. It's fucking clothes, man.
Again, that's the thing. I'm talking about some people might be a little too authentic with certain costumes, if you get what I'm saying.
Well, do you ever feel like how righteous people just don't have a sense of humour or fun? Like PC Principal, even though he is a joke, like the fact that it's like the fun that kids could be having dressing up, he just inflicts hatred on it. They say, like, you're a terrible person because of the way I feel.
Well, it's also the idea of woke people that get offended on other people's behalf. Like we mentioned in the previous episode, how a load of woke people got angry at Jackie Chan for using the N-word in Rush Hour, but actually a lot of black people were saying, hang on, stop getting angry on our behalf, we found it's funny.
And
we find that really patronising that you're saying something's racist before we've even said it.
Also, like, that's the joke, is that Chris Tucker says it, and the joke is that Jackie Chan, Lee doesn't know that word's really offensive, so he thinks it's just a greeting.
So just like with Moana...
That's the joke.
So just like with Moana, for all we know, Samoan people, I believe it's Samoan, might find that's a form of cultural appreciation and not appropriation. And there is a difference, because my partner had to explain this to me regarding dreads and all that. The difference between appropriation and appreciation.
Vikings had dreads.
Yeah.
Those are some really white motherfuckers.
Well, it's more the idea it's popular today. When people had worn dreads even a decade ago, it was seen as ghetto and trash, and now that it's trendy, everyone's appropriating it. And
I mean,
this is a long rabbit hole to dive into.
I mean, the thing is though, like, I don't get offended when Chinese people wear jeans. Or like if a Chinese person decides to...
jeans aren't cultural to white people. White people don't have a culture. We're a culture of cultures because we colonised every other culture.
Yeah, but like you said about like appreciation.
If jeans were sacred to white people for whatever reason, seeing an Asian person wear them might annoy you.
Yeah, but I think like if someone says, "Oh, you can't wear that clothing because you're not from there," I was like, "What?"
That's the wrong reason.
Yes, but it's like cultural appreciation. It's like, they like the style, they like the clothes, all right? They're not trying to offend you, they like it. Like, why
certain items of clothing are ceremonial. Like, for example, the Native American headdress is technically meant to only be a culturally ceremonial thing. So in a way, that is kind of pissing on their heritage. Like, the clothes are clothes, but if something, for example, you wouldn't wear a rabbi costume just for funsies, because that's actually what... the Jewish culture, like rabbis are meant to wear, you have to go through certain rites to get to wear that. That would be disrespectful. It's the same sort of
I see
principle.
People, in Halloween, I see people wearing priest costumes all the time. And they're not priests. Is that cultural appropriation? No.
No, because it's white, and again, white people...
Oh, so because it's white, it's not... Okay.
What is white culture?
Well,
I mean, let's be honest here. We don't really have heritage because we took everything from everyone and made it ours. Like the Romans sort of thing. The Romans didn't, colony sort of thing and all that. And then we sort of profited off that. And now we're saying, we just want to continue to do what we want.
I mean, look, if people want to screech on Twitter, as Dave Chappelle says, Twitter's not a real place, so...
Again, these aren't necessarily my thoughts. I'm being devil's advocate, and these are arguments that exist.
I feel like you're kind of arguing for people, though, on Twitter that are making the problems, though.
Well, I'm just...
Like, what are your actual thoughts on it? Like, can I have your actual thoughts? And
my
not you
personal thoughts are... I think... common sense needs to exist. Can you wear Moana's clothes? Yes. Should you colour your skin so you look like Moana? Obviously not.
So, like, what is your actual thoughts on, like, cultural appropriation? Do you actually believe in it? Like, do you support...
Oh, I believe it exists, but I do believe most people take it out of context.
Do you support the people that, like, talk a lot about it?
No. They have no idea what they're talking about, really.
Yeah, and as I said in the last
it's all regards context, and most of the time people see someone wearing something from another land and think it's appropriation, and they have no idea.
But it's like, I feel like I just don't understand people that, like, if someone, like, wears, like, people wear clothes, people choose to wear their clothes because they like it, right? They like how it looks, right? And I feel that people that say you're not allowed to wear something that you like because I say so, kind of says a lot more about those people than it does about the people wearing the clothes.
I'd agree with that.
And again, it's like words that, like, people make up phrases nowadays.
But you have to agree on the other side of the fence. Someone saying, I'm going to wear what I want because I just want to, comes off a little childish and a little bit ignorant of other people's sort of sensibilities and feelings themselves.
Well,
if there is a possibility that there... What if someone was wearing something inappropriate and they just still said, yeah, but it's just clothes and I want to wear it because I want to?
Yeah. Fuck off. What, if you don't like what someone's wearing, fuck off, walk the other way.
Again, only in the context of it something
like,
being, like, actually significant to that culture.
Well, just walk away. You know? Leave them alone. Stop trying to tell other people how to live your way.
Yeah, but
if I see someone wearing, like, a really, like, offensive thing, I'll be like, that's a bit... Well, I mean, I'll be like, that's a bit fucking dodgy. Probably not going to talk to that person. Like, if you don't like something, like, guess what? You've got your own life. Why don't you do something more positive rather than just let that fucking idiot, like, lead their idiot life?
But idiots encourage other idiots. And yeah, it starts off as just one person, but then other people see, that's okay, and it becomes this whole thing, and then the one small little thing becomes a problem.
I don't know, man. I feel like...
I think if there's one thing we can always trust idiots to do, it's escalate.
Yeah, but it's like the people that are all about the cultural appropriation, like, escalating like a non-problem.
Oh, I'm absolutely in agreement with you. The cultural appropriation movement is absolutely hypocritical and ignorant.
Movement as well. I just hate that phrase.
That's another thing.
It's like the phrase problematic. Like, I hate that. Because it's always like someone that's clapping their hands at you going like, you are problematic.
People
like,
using buzzwords thinking that they've made a point.
Obnoxious.
That's problematic, and then they say nothing else.
That's a thought crime. You thought it, and where could it lead?
That's all. That could almost be like a Black Mirror episode where just accidentally thinking about something racist gets you ostracised.
Oh, god damn.
You just committed a thought crime. The sensors picked it up, or something like that. Like your brain's constantly wired into like a lie detector that detects racist
like
thoughts.
A racist detector.
Yeah, and the second you accidentally have a thought like that, you're taken away and blackbagged. And I think if that ever happened, within half a day, 2/3 of the population would be black.
Also, you wouldn't be allowed to call it black bagged. You'd have to call it someone else.
We wouldn't last too long in that society, would we? I mean, how many drivers would last long in that society? Someone cuts them off and they just, in a fit of anger, in the moment, think of something racist.
Or, like, how many, like, delivery drivers or whatever that get, like, shouted racist shit at them by, like, customers or something. The customer just, like, gets dragged away.
Or someone trying to order a takeaway at 5 minutes into struggling to name their address. They're taken away. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, you, and they're taken away. Just want to disclose that me or Rob do not think these feelings in any way
and
whatsoever. Oh, fucking hell.
English!
Thanks.
Oh, wait, is that racist?
This episode has been sponsored by Grammarly.
And not Duolingo. Yeah, that fucking green owl.
But in terms of costumes, I wouldn't, obviously, I'd just say it, when you take away the bullshit of the woke movement, it's just common sense. You can tell when someone's being a dick and someone's just wearing a costume.
Yeah, I feel like if you're wearing a pirate costume,
That's fine.
yeah, it's fine. But again, like you said, like dressing up as like a rabbi or something, like that's like probably a bit dodgy. But then again, you know, people do dress up as priests. I will say,
I mean,
did
unless
have
you're doing like a one of those Catholic priest costumes that has the fake little boy around the waist.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of my mates actually did that. It's quite funny. That's some funny shit. It's a joke, but it's like I guess like I can't think of like many jokes that I guess I don't know.
Some people dress up as the Taliban for
It's
Halloween.
different,
Like.
yeah. Oh, remember there was that whole thing, you know, back when Jimmy Savile got outed and people dressing up as Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
That's some funny shit, though, isn't it?
Like I said, there's Slutty Harambe. I'm scared to look.
There's Slutty Harambe.
Yes, there is Slutty Harambe costumes.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, I'm scared to look up as well. I bet there's probably like a Maddie costume or something like that.
Oh, fuck me.
I bet you. Come on, look at the internet.
I was gonna say the internet. Oh god, my algorithm is about to get shafted.
You know how you sometimes get couple costumes? Do you think if you got 3 people, 2 of them dressed up as skyscrapers, and the third,
oh fuck me,
and the third one dressed up?
So believe
I don't even need to say it, do I? That would probably be the best costume.
There are so many fucking like crimes you could make into costumes, though.
I don't know how you're gonna do like Jonestown.
Just get all your friends, get them passed out drunk. Oh yeah, no, you're right. There is Slutty Harambe.
Oh, I'm a man of culture, you see, Rob.
Yes, there's someone that's riding Harambe's back. That's a costume.
Yeah.
That's fucking so. Oh yeah, because like it's the child riding. Oh my god, that's so fucking fucked up. That's good though. I like that.
There are probably like Gacy or Jeffrey Dahmer costumes and all that. But...
Yeah, the killer clown.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh boy, Jeffy D.
That's the thing, when the It movie came out, there wasn't a rise in Pennywise costumes, but I think because
I've seen a couple of slutty Pennywise costumes on Instagram.
I think that didn't explode the way Harley Quinn is, because Harley Quinn's really fucking easy. You just need some slutty shorts and some white foundation and just smudge it. Whereas Pennywise, that would take hours.
You've actually got like an actual like full costume. Although, do you know what? I find that like, in a way, even though it is kind of goofy now, but I find like in a way, Tim Curry's Pennywise is kind of a little bit more creepy because of how like just normal of a clown he looks. Whereas like Bill Skarsgård, as good as he is, he's meant to look creepy.
Oh yeah.
As I feel like
Tim Curry was approachable, which in a way makes him even more.
Yeah.
Because he made you laugh and all that. Like he was really friendly, which is that exactly how. You know, it's realistically in Skarsgård's clown, that kid would have been like. Popping popcorn, pop. He would have fucking ran away at that.
Yeah, he'd been like, no, fuck off.
Whereas Tim Curry was just so like...
He was just like a circus clown that a kid would meet.
I kind of like the way he spoke to him, because I watched that scene the other day, and there was a bit when the kid says, my dad says you're not meant to talk to strangers, and Tim Curry's like, very wise of your father, Georgie, very wise indeed. He's like, he actually, in a way, like, because I've spoken to kids in leisure, and you kind of speak to them that way, like you're taking what they say seriously and you're reinforcing their ego in a way.
Yeah.
Like you do talk to them like he did.
Yeah, and there's the 2 different ways that he says, hey, like the Tim Curry's like, hey, yeah, Georgie. And then there's, hey, yeah, Georgie. It's like, which one is like more kind of like Georgie. How you think a clown would talk to you? Because a kid's probably seen clowns before. And so he's probably like, oh, this is just a clown that happens to be in the I don't know, he's a kid.
There was also the way Tim Curry and Skarsgård said, can you hear the circus, Georgie? the rights and the way he said that was like, and then Tim Curry said, there's cotton candy and all sorts of surprises down here. It's
like a salesman, isn't he?
Yeah, but whereas Skarsgård is like, can you hear the circus, John? Like, fucking hell, mate.
I think
he's doing a good job performance-wise, but...
Yeah. I think, like, it's a little bit sort of missed the point, in a way.
He's meant to be a Pied Piper sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a really good analogy for him, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, Pennywise is a Pied Piper. And the kids follow the Pied Piper. Whereas Skarsgård... And I guess they wanted just to create a fun horror movie in a way. They knew it was a reboot. No one was planning to eclipse Tim Curry.
And they also knew that people were going to see it as well. Because it had, Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things in it.
Mm. Oh, don't get me wrong. The kids in that movie were great. Yeah,
the one time I actually thought child acting was, like, actually, like, good.
Yeah.
Because I love Harry Potter, but the child acting in that is not good. I'm sorry, it's just not.
The problem was it never got better, even in the Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah, you feel like they didn't, like...
So what's the last one? Half-Blood Prince?
No, Deathly Hallows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you sort of feel like it's a bit like Anakin in Star Wars. You're just
Are you an angel?
Yeah, it's just like, oh man, like no one could make that line sound good.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah, it's like even if you got like an adult to say, like even like Revenge of the Sith, you'd be like some of his lines, like I don't like say. Well, that's
what's his name? Daniel Lloyd or something like that. Would you believe that was the kid that was in the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Jingle All the Way?
Daniel Lloyd.
I think that was his name, Daniel Lloyd. The little kid from Phantom Menace.
Oh,
the child actor.
Didn't he turn really weird?
I knew he was in the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Jingle All the Way. That was the kid in that movie.
Didn't he like join a cult? No, that was the kid from 2.5 Men. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he did. Because he had a beard and everything.
Yeah. No, I remember that.
You know, because that signifies a cult, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the kid from, Stuart Little got absolutely fucking ripped.
What do you mean? Oh, got bulky.
Yeah.
Would you believe Carrot Top, the old prop comic, went buff as hell?
Did he actually? I thought he had like a really big cocaine problem and shit.
I'll show you after the thing, or maybe go on your phone or whatever.
He's got a scary face as well. That motherfucker terrifies me.
Carrot Top once had like fucking insane biceps. One of the few ginger, bulky people in the world, I think.
You got to step up to the breach, mate.
I'm working on it. Anyway, we've hit over an hour now. Rob, do you love Halloween?
I wouldn't say I love it, because love is a strong word and I take love very seriously, but I very much do enjoy Halloween. I enjoy, I enjoy the kind of, the mystery around Halloween. That's what I like about it. I enjoy the mystery around Halloween and the kind of the unknown about it, because it is more of a, like sort of as you said, it is kind of like a spiritual, it is more of a kind of like spiritual kind of holiday, and it goes back, so long, even before. I mean, like, we celebrate Christmas here, nowadays, but Halloween goes back before Christianity came to this country. So, there's very deeply rooted in I think the British Celtic, however you want to call them, culture, and I do like it. It is the thing that I enjoy very much. I also enjoy watching horror movies. I like getting into the spooky kind of spirit. I'm not a big party guy, so I won't go to like Halloween parties and shit. But I do like how it's something that, in a way, it has its own place within the year. You know what I mean? It has its own place within the year, and I think it does bring people, together quite. Some people together.
I think so many of our holidays are so positive. It's good to have one that's a little bit negative. And I mean negative in a good way. Like, so many are so friendly. It's nice to have one that's a little unfriendly.
Yeah, and much like any holiday, it's been franchised and stuff like that. But I personally, what I like about Halloween is that, there's like, so Christmas is like the story of Christ's birth, and then you have Valentine's Day, which is, Saint Valentine, who was burned at the stake, by the way.
Got to keep busy.
Exactly. In the name of love. The things I do for love. But then I think...
Because I would do...
But I like Halloween because it's got mystery to it, and I like mystery. What about you, Dylan? What is it that you enjoy about Halloween?
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah. Nice. That answer was a bit long-winded, mate, I'll be honest. But, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's a good time.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I concur.
All right, then.
Ladies-
So then, everybody, thank you for listening to our Halloween episode.
Yes. All right. And tell us what you like about Halloween. Tell us what you dressed up as. And tell us if, I don't know, just tell us what you think about...
Also, even something...
about child acting.
Or something slutty.
Yeah, or something slutty. Actually, the slutty thing, you better, put a pin in that. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, until next time, you have been listening to...
Laughing on a Prayer.